Sorry again for the glitchiness of the webcam. I try to buy a new one, but the prices of them are surging due to everyone doing learn and teach from home. So we're going to stick with this one for now. So today I'm going to go over the daily recommended agenda that I created for the next Google Doc assignment, which again, you have a 2-week period to work on. So let's start with a little kind of background. So the breakdown is that during school, we usually meet 4 times a week. Obviously, we're doing one virtual meeting a week now that school is closed. So I wanted to kind of try to keep it similar of how much work you would do. So the Google document, which is titled Equilibrium in Le Chetalier, is assigned on Monday, April 20th, and it's due on Friday, May 1st. So it gives you 2 weeks, which would be 8 class periods during which to complete it. So I made an agenda that breaks down the document into 8 days of lessons. You can feel free to work faster or slower, but just remember to ask for help if you get stuck. So if you have a question when you're working on it, there's a couple different places you can look to for resources. So the first thing is the shared question document. So this is a link. If you click on it, you can open the shared question document. And this is what it looks like. So you put in your name and class period here, you type your question, and then I will type your answer, okay? So if the question boxes are full, I don't think we'll get this many questions, but just in case, you can right-click on the last row and click Insert Row Below, and then you can make your own new row. I'm going to check the document every morning to see if anyone had a question and answer it, okay? And then the instructions are on here again. Don't answer other students' questions. I'm going to do it just in case I have a different answer from you. You can also email me to ask me questions. If I think it's like a good general question, I might add it to the question document. I won't put your name on it though. Okay, another thing you can do is you can attend open office hours. So open office hours happen once a week, and that's where myself or Ms. Sistermans would be on Zoom for an hour. Even if no one signs up to come, we'll just kind of be waiting for people to drop in. So we're both assigning the same work so we can both help you guys. On this one, once again, it has a link. You just click on the link and it should open the meeting. The password is chemistry, all lowercase, if it asks for one. Okay. If you want more one-on-one help, or if you can't make these times, which was Tuesdays at 10:30 for me and Wednesdays at 10:30 for my Sistermans, there'll be an hour. You can sign up for personal office hours for like one-on-one. So you use the calendar that's linked here to schedule one-on-one office hours. I've linked it in previous emails as well. I have lots of times available throughout the week. So you can see Monday, 10:30 to 11:30, and 1:45 to 2:45. This is the open office hours, but I have additional at 1:45 to 2:45 on Tuesday. Wednesday, this is Miss Sisterman's office hours, but then there's an additional personal one, 1:45 to 2:45. Thursday from 10:30 to 11:30, and Friday from 12:45 to 2:45. So when you open the calendar, it looks like this, where it has little boxes you can click. Each hour is split into 4 boxes, 15-minute basically windows where I would just be helping you. If you have a lot of questions, like you're really confused, you can sign up for 2 office hours back to back so that you could get a 30-minute window. Okay, and there's also a link to the calendar on here that you can click to sign up for office hours. Okay, so let's get into how you're going to break down the work. Now that you know where you can go if you get stuck or need help. So the first week would be April 20th through the 24th. So day 1, you're going to complete the Engage. So I have the document open over here. So the Engage has 3 questions. You're going to watch both these videos. So like when I say watch this video and it's blue, that means it's a link and you can open it. And you can open it, it'll open a new tab and there's the video to watch. Okay, so you're going to watch a video, answer the question, watch the video, answer the question. Optional, you can draw a picture of a plant or an animal with a shell that's related to what these questions ask, or both, and insert the picture below. If you want to do that, to insert a picture, you would click in the box. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but I made boxes this time, so you can always tell if there's a box, you need to type an answer in there, okay? So if you want to put a picture in, you would click in this box, and you would go to Insert Image. And if it's saved on your computer, you can upload from computer, or you can do Drive or Photos, which is more like what you would do if you were uploading it from your phone, okay? And then you can pick what you want to put in there. Or you could even, there's an option for camera where you could, I believe, take a picture right then and insert it of the art you drew. Okay, so that's day 1. You are going to finish the entire Engage. Day 2, you're just going to start the Explore, okay? So first, you're going to answer questions 1 and 2. So there's a little background info and a supporting image here. You'll type your answers to 1 and 2 in the box. Then for 3, you're going to watch the linked video. Okay, so once again, you can click the link. It'll open into a video. And then you're going to record what things you learned in these boxes, and then you're also going to answer question 4. So there's 8 questions in this Explore. You're doing half of them in day 2. Day 3, you're going to finish the Explore, so you're going to want to answer questions 5 and 6. Then this time it's a linked slideshow. So if you click on this, it'll open this slideshow, which has a little bit of information and a short video at the end. Okay, so you'll read through that slideshow, and then you'll come back to the document and use it to help you answer these questions, true or false, for number 7. And then there's one last question for number 8, and then a little kind of outro paragraph. Okay, so that's what you do on day 3. You'll finish 5 through 8. Day 4, the last day of the first week of work, you're going to start the explain. Once again, you're just going to do half of it. So you're going to watch this linked lecture. So this time it's a YouTube video that I created where I basically walk through some slides and annotate it using the same videos I'm doing now. And you'll see that it's still glitchy because it's the same camera. Okay, so you'll watch through that little mini lecture, answer the questions, then you're going to watch an ed puzzle. So the only difference between an ed puzzle and a normal YouTube video is that an ed puzzle has stopping points where it'll stop and ask you a question, either short answer or multiple choice, before you can move on. So it's to help check your understanding. You do not have to, it says up here, answers in progress will not be saved because I'm not logged in. You don't have to log in. I'm not going to grade you on your answers to these questions. It's just to help you make sure you're understanding what the video is saying. Okay, it'll tell you if you're right or wrong if it's multiple choice. I'll go back to here. Okay, so then you'll answer a couple questions with that. So that's number 2. So you're just going to do number 1 and 2 on this day for the explain. And then you're going to complete the weekly check-in form. Okay, that'll be in Google Classroom. It'll be posted as an assignment. And then also plan to attend office hours if you're struggling. And then once again, this is a link to that calendar to sign up for office hours. So kind of it's the end of the first week. You're thinking about, do I need to ask any questions? And you're completing the weekly check-in form. Okay, so that's going to take us to week 2 of working on this assignment, which would be April 27th through May 1st. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to finish this explain that we started before. So you can answer questions 3 through 5 based on what's on the document. And then for 6, it's another ed puzzle that you're going to watch and use it to answer a question. Okay, and then there's a little outro. Okay, so day 6, you're going to start the elaborate now. So you're going to watch the ed puzzle, answer number 1. You're going to answer 2 through 4, which are based on pictures. And that's where you're going to stop there. Okay. Once again, if you're getting confused, you're going to want to plan to attend office hours. On day 7, you're going to tackle this one. So it doesn't look like much here because what this is it's telling you to do a Google form, which is linked here. This is similar to how we did the evaluate in the last Google document where it's a linked Google form that you go and you complete. In here, you're just typing your name to say you did it with your notes and you didn't try to look up the answers or talk to your friend about it. So this is a Google form. It's not a quiz this time. It's a homework, but it is graded. So if you click this and you open it, you're going to see a Google form that looks like this, where you can put in your name, your class period, and you're going to answer the questions. So if you look, there's 13 of them. After you're done, it will send you your score. Okay, so it'll tell you this is what you got. I think it tells you which questions you got wrong too, if I remember correctly. And then if you want, you can retake it so that that'll help you practice. Like, oh no, I got it wrong. I should probably practice because I don't quite understand this yet. Okay. So that's the Google Forms homework. It's linked here, and I also linked into the slideshow. Then you want to go back over this whole document, make sure there's no typos, that you finished all the questions. Once again, you could add questions to this shared question document if you're confused, or sign up for office hours. Okay, we're almost done, so you're trying to make sure you've got everything. So the last thing you're going to do on day 8 is the evaluate. So this time the evaluate's a CER, so remember that stands for Claim, Evidence, Reasoning. You're going to make your claim to answer this question. Should humans manipulate chemical reactions? So your claim is either humans should or humans should not manipulate chemical reactions. You're going to include 2 pieces of evidence. You need to mention both ocean acidification and the Haber process. You'll know what those are once you work through this document. So evidence 1 with your reasoning, okay, and evidence 2 with your reasoning. So in the reasoning up here, you're kind of making your argument, but there's a separate box here where it says address any counterclaims. So that would be like responding to what someone with the opposite opinion might say. So let's say you said we should manipulate chemical reactions because you think that's a good thing. There might still be some parts that are bad, but you're like, oh, the good outweighs the bad. That's why I picked should. Well, what is the bad and why is it not as bad? That's what you're going to put in the counterclaim. Okay. Then once you finish your CER, you're done, right? So here's the instructions again on here, what I was talking about. You're going to submit this document in the Google Classroom to be graded, and you're going to complete the weekly check-in form again. There'll be another one for that week. Okay. So hopefully me kind of going through the agenda maybe helped a little bit. And then of course, if you have any questions, there's all the resources I talked about here, and you can just email me.